just based on what you're seeing already, clean sweep for the BJP?
At least in Maharashtra, I would say at the moment, Nidhi, because it will be interesting. Sorry, Yogendra, before we come to you, if you can just get the Haryana leads up on the screen, and then Yogendra, get you to comment on that as well. Because in Haryana, the picture looks a little more, well, okay, there's obviously a lag between what I'm seeing here and there. So there it's 15 leads, BJP 8, down 1. Congress is just gaining 1 seat at the moment. Sorry, Yogendra.
I would have said something like this before 8 o'clock. It's clean sweep. I think we're looking at a repeat of what happened in 1985, things of that kind. You have a landslide national election, followed by state assembly elections, where you put any lamppost and they win elections. That's broadly what we are looking at. There is some undue suspense because of one of the polls. To my mind, the situation, I mean, when I was traveling on the ground, and I bring no field experience from Maharashtra, it's only Haryana that I traveled. It looked like a situation where the opposition was in such disarray. Congress mostly fighting against each other. The old INLD family in INLD versus JJP contest. Everyone in all opposition parties lining up to somehow join the BJP. And only those who could not join the BJP were not accommodated, being left in the parental party. So, you know, there isn't much surprise in store. I wouldn't know how much to go by the current numbers. Dorab would know whether many of these are postal ballot counts or so on.
They would be this early, and there's a large amount of servicemen in Haryana.
Exactly. So I wouldn't know how to read that. But without looking at the count currently, I think the interesting question in Maharashtra, of course, is whether BJP on its own comes close to majority. Do remember that BJP's own includes about 14 from other parties who are contesting on BJP symbol.
That's right. So 150 is the BJP on its own, and then there are these 14 others who are contesting. Some of them are contesting on a BJP symbol.
That's right. So that's the thing that, but they're contesting on BJP symbol, so they would be bound by BJP's whip.
Right.
And on the other hand, we also need to see within NCP Congress, is the Congress on its way out in Maharashtra? NCP has put up some kind of a fight, seems to be doing something on the ground.
Whereas the Congress
which you cannot accuse Congress of.
That's right. I mean, if you saw how Mr. Pawar campaigned, particularly towards the last stretch. But Yogendra, I just want to quickly ask you something else, which you know, the piece that you wrote, where you said that the BJP has effectively managed to delink performance, government performance, from electoral performance.
I think there are 3 delinkings that have taken place. One is delinking the state government performance from the state elections. It's the national thing which dominates again, and that's why it's back to 1980s, where you voted in state assembly elections as if you were choosing a prime minister. It changed in the 90s, but we are back. That's first. Second, delinking government performance from electoral performance. You're looking at 2 average governments. Maharashtra, I would say, was average. Haryana, I would say, was mediocre, even by Haryana standards. But electoral performance has nothing to do with it. And third is a larger delinking of the economy from politics.
Right.
How do you do that delinking? I'm just curious. How does that delinking happen? When, how do you convince voters that I mean, you're not voting for electoral performance, but you're voting for 370 or
I mean, you don't go and say we don't vote on government performance. You say nation in danger, 370. You talk about cultural things. You talk about 35 ek in Haryana. In Haryana, 35 ek is a way of referring to Jat versus non-Jat. There are mythically 36 communities in Haryana, of which 1 against 35. So you hint at these things, and the opposition does the rest of the job for you. So you don't need anything else. So there is clear delinking, cultural identity issues at the foreground, national security, external security, that's the foreground. And you don't need to do very much else.